name is Chidinma, and this is my story. I had a best friend named Norma. We did everything together. She loved me so much and always tells her parents about me. Norma's family, the Okoyes, we are like a second family to me. Since my parents passed on, I have lived alone with my grandma. One day, the Okoyes decided to adopt me. I was so happy to join my best friend's family. We would have so much fun together and I would finally have a big sister like Norma. But things started to change. Norma's parents, Mr. and Mrs. Okoye, would get angry with me for every little thing. They would say I was too playful, too curious, and too naughty. Norma would join in scolding me and telling on me. I felt like I was walking on eggshells, never knowing when I would get in trouble. Living with them was a hell on earth. One day, I accidentally broke Mrs. Okoye's favorite plate. She was super angry. She yelled at me and locked me up in my room with no food or water. Norma just stood there watching me cry. I felt like I was betrayed by my own sister. The only person I call a friend has turned against me. As time went on, things got worse. The Okoye started to treat me like a servant, making me do all the chores, never giving me any praise. Norma would mock me, calling me names like an orphan, an adopted girl. I felt like I didn't belong, like I was a mistake. I began to wonder if the Okoyes regretted adopting me. Did they wish they had never taken me in? Did Norma wish she had never had been my friend? The sadness I felt was like a heavy weight in my heart. I didn't know what to do or where to turn to, and that's when I decided to take matters into my own hands. I started playing pranks on the Okoyes, like hiding their keys and switching their soap with shampoo. Norma thought it was funny at first, but soon realized I was doing it on purpose. One day, I snuck into Mrs. Okoye's kitchen and added an extra ingredient to her famous egusi soup. Let's just say we couldn't eat it anymore. The whole family was furious, but I was just smiling and acted innocent. I felt it served them right for how they've been treating me. Barely 1 year living with them. Norma confronted me. Chidinma, I know it was you. Why are you being so mean? I shrugged and said, you started it, Norma. You and your family treated me like dirt. Now it's my turn. My revenge was about to take a surprising turn as I set my eyes on the ultimate revenge, which is stealing Norma's fiancé, Obinna. Obinna is a very handsome, charming, and successful young man. He was loved and eyed by all the ladies in the village. He is everything a girl would want, and I wanted him. It was so unfortunate that he loves only Norma. But I started flirting with him, making sure Norma saw us together. I am a beautiful girl, and I know it won't take long before he will fall. At first, he was hesitant, but I wore him with my charms and with my beautiful body. We started secretly dating after I lied to him about Norma's health. She's saying she's an Obanji and that she's cheating on him. After some months, he broke off the engagement with Norma. Norma was confused. She begged him, but he didn't listen. 6 months later, Obida and I got married in a lavish ceremony. The whole town was in attendance. Norma was devastated. Her eyes filled with tears as she watched us exchange our vows. The Okoyes were furious, but I just smiled stylishly, waved my hand at them from the altar. I had won the ultimate revenge, and I knew Norma would never forget the day I stole her fiancé and her happiness. The Okoyes were already in regret. I am sure in their minds they would say, I wish I didn't take her in. But as I danced with Obinna at the reception, I saw a glimmer of something in his eyes that made me wonder. Something that made me wonder if I had made a mistake. I saw regrets. Yes, regrets and sadness. Obinna whispered in my ears, Chidinma, I'm sorry. I was blinded by my attraction to you. I honestly can't do this anymore. I realize now that I have hurt Norma and her family deeply. Can you ever forgive me? My heart skipped a beat. I had been so consumed by revenge that I hadn't considered the pain I was causing Norma. I looked at Norma, her eyes red from crying, and Mrs. Okoye, her face lined with worry and regret. In that moment, something shifted inside me. I saw the harm I had caused and the love that has been lost. I took a deep breath and said, Obinna, I forgive you. But more importantly, I need to make things right with Norma and her family. With Obinna's support, I reached out to Norma and her family. We had a long and difficult conversation. But ultimately, we found forgiveness and healing. Norma and I reconciled and our friendship was stronger than ever. The Okoyes welcomed me back into their family and we all learned a valuable lesson that the power of forgiveness and the dangers of revenge. I realized that true happiness comes not from hurting others but from loving and being loved in return. Obinna and I separated immediately and his love story with Norma took a fresh start. Norma's parents asked for forgiveness for the way I was treated and promised to make it up. Our family became stronger and unbreakable. The end. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe.